Hello, my name is Beatrice Vasquez, and I will be the second affirmative speaker. My main claim is that we should get rid of the Electoral College because there is an imbalance between state votes and electoral votes. So the distribution of electoral votes per state is not equally dispersed, as fairvote.org explains. For instance, each individual vote in Wyoming counts nearly 4 times as much in the Electoral College as each individual vote in Texas. This is because Wyoming has 3 electoral votes for a population of 532,668 citizens as of the 2008 Census Bureau estimates. And Texas has 32 electoral votes for a population of almost 25 million. By dividing the population by electoral votes, we can see that Wyoming has one elector for every 177,556 people, and Texas has one elector for about every 715,499. Unquote. People have fought for our voting rights. In Washington, D.C., Congressman Charles B. states, "I came to Congress on the heels of the civil rights movement, and I know how hard we fought for the secret right to vote," said Rangel. "To protect it, everyone should have the access to vote, and every vote must count. The fact that a candidate can receive more votes than the other but lose the election is fundamentally undemocratic," unquote. But unfortunately, when the Constitution was written, the typical voter had few opportunities to learn about the candidates. So in the scholastic.com, they stated that when the Constitution was written, the typical voter had few opportunities to learn about presidential candidates, so the job of choosing the president was given to Electoral College. Electors who were appointed by their states were better educated than the average citizens who were not thought capable of making an informed choice. Today, although, with universal education, TV, radio, newspapers, and the internet, voters can learn about candidates for themselves, and they shouldn't be trusted to choose the president, unquote. To better demonstrate the imbalance of votes in each state, I have included a list of the states and their electoral votes. Alabama has 9, Alaska has 3, Arizona has 11, Arkansas has 6, and California has 55. That shows you that there's a big difference between California and the rest of the states. So the solvency or the solution to this problem has already been found. And the ABC News, it talks about the National Popular Vote Bill. So the National Popular Voting Bill, already passed by 11 states, would guarantee the presidency to the candidate who received the most votes, the most popular votes in all 50 states and District of Columbia. So instead of separating the states, all of them would be counted for. This bill would fix the imbalance of votes in each state, in the states. Also, because the imbalance of presidential campaigns take advantage of the winner takes all system and the swing states versus safe states. So the safe states are states that have historically proven to always vote in favor of a candidate of a particular party. So some examples of safe states would be Texas, Arizona, Georgia, Tennessee, and Indiana. So in swing states are states that have historically maintained equal support for the candidates of both parties. And those include Florida, Ohio, New Hampshire, Virginia, and Colorado. So how they take advantage of this is only by focusing their campaigns on the swing states to change or persuade their votes. Lafayette's Barry Fedham has been working on getting rid of the Electoral College for more than a decade, and even wrote a book on it. He says in his website, nationalpopularvote.org, quote, "In the last presidential campaign, the majority of the campaign was conducted in 12 states. So if you do the math, that's 38 states that saw no evidence of presidential campaign," said Fedham. "No TV ads, no discussion about issues important to a state like California." Some other examples of how they're ignoring all the other states except for the states that can change the vote. This is by Scott Walker, also stated, "The nation as a whole is not going to elect the next president. 12 states are." Mitt Romney said, all the money will get spent in 10 states. So apart from the unfair system itself, there's also fear of faithless electors. The Electoral College Pros and Cons website states that the risk for faithless electors, opponents of the Electoral College system also point to the risk of so-called faithless electors. A faithless elector is one who is pledged to vote for his party's candidate for president, but nonetheless votes for another candidate. There has been 7 such electors in this country as recently as 1988, when a Democrat elector in the state of West Virginia cast his vote for Lloyd Benson for president and Michael Dukakis for vice president instead of the other way around. And there is also fear for a low voter turnout. In the Electoral College Pros and Cons website, its possible role in depressing voter turnout. Their argument is that since each state is entitled to the same number of electoral votes, regardless of its voter turnout, there is no initiative in the states to encourage voter participation. So the National Voting Popular Votes Bill will increase voter turnout because everyone's vote will count, and there will be no unfair campaigns that only focus on states that are convenient to campaign or to put money in. Thank you.